Hi, I'm Becky, my channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today's a Friday Sews where I'm going to talk about what I have been up to with you. Hope you're well, I hope you're all happy and I hope you've all had plenty of time to sew. I can't believe how quickly this Friday Sews has come round because the last time I sat and filmed this, I just got back from my lovely sunny holiday and this week I've been back at work, which hasn't been a bad week, but it just feels like it's been ever so long and I could have done with another, I don't know, year off maybe. So today I am actually wearing one of the makes that I got made up this week. I have been on a fantastic team building day with work. We are very fortunate that once a year all of the teams are allowed to reconnect by going and doing something, and it's usually an activity of some sort. So some people choose to go out and get absolutely bladdered. Some people choose to go and do archery or like the Segway things, all of that sort of stuff. We have chosen to do a canal boat. We did this last year and we found it was really, really successful. And actually, one of our colleagues ran aground today and we had to get out of it. And we all had to work as a team to get out of being run aground. So I'm very fortunate that I have always had boats in my life in some way or another. My grandparents had them when I was a baby and right up through my younger years. My mum had one when my stepfather was alive, and they used to go out. It was a riverboat and they used to go out on that all the time. So I spent a lot of my weekends as a teenager, sort of 18 years old, going up helping them out even when the boat was out of the water, and working on it. So yeah, and it was a doer-upper boat as well. So I am quite experienced with boats. So when we got run aground, myself and the only guy that we've got in our team were the two that were really trying to, and then the rest of the team were rocking the boat from side to side whilst we were controlling the steering. So yeah, it's been a good day actually. It's been a lovely day. And I decided to wear something comfortable, but the weather's been really nice. So I have worn my first make of the week, which was the Naya tee by Tammy Handmade. Now, I love this t-shirt. I've made about 4 in the last month. This is in a plain blue viscose fabric from Rainbow Fabrics, and it is just really nice lightweight t-shirt in white viscose jersey. The Naya tee is really good because it's got literally 3 pattern pieces. You have a bodice piece, a neckband and a cuff. So you cut out the bodice twice, so you've got a front and back, you cut out the neckband and then you cut out 2 sets of cuffs, and then it comes together even quicker. The Naya tee is cropped by nature. It's not a long t-shirt. I always add length to it, but I must admit, because I'm pairing it with my Saguaro trousers from Friday Pattern Company, because they're so high-waisted, I have tucked it in, and I actually like it because these come in at the smallest part of my waist, and I feel like the way that the cuffs sit, it balances me out. I'll pop a picture in here so you can see. Now, I make the Naya tee in a size 14. I have to grade out from a 14 to a 16 on the hip because I am broad there, and because I extend mine down by a couple of inches, I do grade it out so I know that it's going to fit me across the hip area. Now, I must admit, I haven't even bothered to finish the edge on this. I've just literally overlocked the bottom because I had a perfect match for overlocking thread on my overlocker. You'll see why as I go through the makes from this week, because I've got a bit of a blue theme going on. Because I will tuck this in, I will wear this tucked in. It's really nice to have the sun out. It's really nice to be able to wear a t-shirt. I've worn a t-shirt all day and I haven't felt the need to have my cardigan on once. It's been great. I'll pop a couple of pictures of me in it. I'll pop a picture of me being a real big kid on the boat. I had one taken on the boat by the lovely Jess, who's one of my colleagues, as well. So just so I can show you so you can get a vibe of how it looked today. But it was perfectly comfortable for what I needed it to be. So that's the Naya tee by Tammy Handmade. I had this all cut out, literally sitting there, placed nicely on my sewing machine, ready for when I got back to do. It's a great palette cleanser, this one. Now, last week when I spoke to you, I shared with you that I really wanted to get a pair of Saguaro trousers sewn up as well. So the Saguaro trousers is a Friday Pattern Company pattern. It's in sizes extra small right up to a 7XL. It's a beginner friendly pattern. You've got a drawstring on the waist. The waist comes up just above the belly button, which is perfect because it's the smallest point of your body, and as I said earlier, it's really nice. It's part of a set. I'll pop the line drawings in here so you can see, and it's a lovely pattern. It's a really nice sew. The wide legs, I'm going to stand up again because I can't seem to sit down. So the legs are perfectly wide. Now I struggle with the Tilly and the Buttons Estes because I think that they are too wide. You almost get caught with the bottoms of them, whereas these are kind of like perfect level wide. Is there such thing? For me anyway, they are. So I wore these a lot when I was on holiday and remembered why I like to wear them so much, because they're made in a viscose. They only really come out when the weather's really nice. So I decided I really wanted a black, no, not a black, I do want a black pair now. I really wanted a linen pair, and I had some blue linen, again, that I got from Rainbow Fabrics when I ordered this particular fabric a few weeks ago. And I literally, I'd washed it all before I went on holiday, so I was like, okay, let's get this cut out. If I get it made up this week, great. If I don't, it's there for me to do. And on Sunday, I think it was, there was loads of football on. England were playing. No, it was Saturday. England weren't playing on Saturday, but there was loads of football on Saturday, and both the boys were in the living room. Scott hadn't moved from the sofa because he had a massive hangover from the party we'd been to the night before. And I just sat in the kitchen and sewed all day. So this was one of the things that I made up. They look fantastic. Now, I haven't got them to hang because I wore them yesterday, and you know what linen's like. You know, it starts to move and crease as the day goes on. So I'll pop a picture in here so you can see what they look like. This is made in a size extra large on me. I have a hip of 46. And I have, I've put the drawstring into this one because the ones I'm wearing, I haven't got the drawstring on. I've paired it with in this particular picture, I've paired it with my Grainline Studio Scout tee that I've made in a Nerida Hansen fabric that I got from a swaps table from the lovely Ruth. It hadn't even made it to the table when I got it, but I really like that pairing together. I know it's a bit of a blue look that's going on, but I was at a smart casual kind of conference yesterday. It was more casual than smart. I put them on with my Marni blouses, which all looked great, by the way, so it will pair with lots of things in my wardrobe. But they all seemed a bit dressed up, whereas this seemed to bring that back down to where I wanted it to be. I should probably say, because they're quite obvious, these are my Jazz and Wow new daisy earrings that hopefully I'll get on the shop. I made a prototype of these, but I wanted to see how well they wore on my ears, the stud staying, making sure that they're not, you know, I like to check the wear of the earrings that I create. And I love these, and I've worn them loads, and I just think they look great. They won't be for everybody because they are quite bulky, but I absolutely love them, and they're so summery. Anyway, right, digressing. So yeah, I love my Saguaro trousers, really happy with them. I want to make a black pair in a viscose, and on Sunday, if any of you follow me over on Instagram, I am What Beck Sews over on Instagram. I decided, I've never really done the whole talking to Instagram on stories, so I decided that I was going to clear out my stash and rotate some of my fabrics. I had some new fabrics. I'd had to go and buy a box to fit some of them in to go back out in the outhouse because I have got far too much fabric at the moment. So I literally sat and sorted it out and did some stuff on Instagram, and I was sharing it all with you. And I found some black viscose in there. I also found some beautiful Lady McElroy fabric that I forgot that I had. I have to do it when Scott's not about because I don't really, although he knows I've got a lot of fabric, I don't really like him knowing how much fabric I've got. So the final thing I got made up this week was a toile. It was a wearable toile. Now, it was the New Look Easy pattern that was a jumpsuit and dress with a faux wrap on it. It's a big four pattern, and I don't normally make many big fours. It's not that I'm against making a big four. I just find that the sizing is more difficult. The instructions are a little bit more tricky. You really have to understand the construction of a garment sometimes with them. Anyway, I made this up as a wearable toile because I am smaller on my top wrap than I am on my bottom, and I wanted to get the sizing right. And I find with most big four patterns, I tend to have to do a sway back adjustment. And I definitely need one in this. So I've made this in a fabric that I got from Fabricland. It's described as a jersey, a t-shirt jersey fabric. it's definitely got polyester in it. It only cost me £3.95 a metre. I've seen this in lots of different places. Fabricland was stocking it the cheapest that I've seen it, and I'm actually quite pleased to bought it from there because I don't think it's going to last me too long, but it's perfect for what I need, and I adore the print on it. It does go white when you stretch it. I'm not sure how long the stretch will last in it, but I adore this print, and I think this print looks fantastic on. So this is like a leopard print blue jersey, and I toiled the maxi dress, although I have the end game of the jumpsuit. I made a size 14 across the top, which is what my finished garment measurements put me in, which is 40, and then I made a size 18 across the bottom, so I graded out into a size 18 across the bottom, and that was a hip of 46. Now, the skirt on this fits me perfectly. The top needs work, and I had done a bit of research before making this up, and I had seen some of the tops looking quite loose fitting. Wondered if I'd need to actually have a go at doing a sway back or sizing down a little bit further. I actually think I need to size down by one more, so size down to a 12 and then do a sway back adjustment, because there was quite a bit of ease in the front, but the shoulders fit me okay, and then there was excess in the back. So I think if I take some of the excess out of the back but size down on the front, it should fit me fine. Now I'm going to put a picture in because it looks great on. It was as I wore it throughout the day, because I wore this on Father's Day. As I wore it throughout the day, I noticed more of the fit issues. And I think sometimes we need to do that. And this was the whole reason I made the wearable toile. But it is absolutely stunning, this print. Oh. If I could get this print in a viscose, and I know it's very similar to the Minerva fabric, but this exact print, this exact colour, because the Minerva viscose is like a purple colour. This is a blue. I just adore this. I would love this in a viscose. It would look amazing. So that is the final make that I got made up this week. Now, I have done a bit of perusing on Rainbow Fabrics. They've had a big sale on this week. Thank you, Rowan, for sharing some more fabric for me to purchase. I only spent about 35 quid with them, and I have 12 meters of fabric coming to me. And I'm just amazed with what I managed to get. There were some right bargains on there. So I have ordered more. Didn't need any more, but I have ordered more. Shh. Hopefully Scott won't be here when the delivery comes. It'll be next week some point. Need to tell the girls to hide it when they come home from school. I'm very lucky that he doesn't actually watch my YouTube vlogs, because if he did, I think I'd have a bit of a problem. He does watch my Instagram, so I do have to watch what I share on there. And anybody that knows Scott that's watching this, you're not allowed to share this information. Okay. Right, so the other thing that came through the post this week is a couple of patterns. So my pattern finally arrived when I was on annual leave. When I was on holiday, I sat on Monday morning last week ordering some patterns to be printed from Fabuloso. It didn't arrive till yesterday. She must have been on holiday because she never normally takes that long. So there is my collaboration pattern, which is my plans for this coming week to work on. I've got a toile to do for that, and then I want to make up the real version, and I've got plenty of time over this weekend to get it done. And then I also ordered the nail dress by Tilling the Buttons. So if you haven't ever ordered from Fabuloso, it comes, you can pay extra for this envelope, and then you can also pay to have the instructions. I don't always get the instructions printed because I don't mind reading them digitally, but because I can't remember why. I think I had plans of taking this somewhere, so I thought it would be easier to take the printed instructions. Plus it looks so pretty, and makes me feel like I've got a Tilly and the Buttons pattern with their envelope in front of me. Now, I don't know if I'm going to make the dress. If I do, I'll have to put waist ties on it because it's a loose fitting dress, and if you've been watching me for a while, you know I like a bit of shape to my clothing. So I think I'm going to make this, and I want to see how this looks on me. I love the Marnie blouse, which has got lots of ease. That, yeah, and I think in a viscose, this would look absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to toile it though in a viscose linen that I've got, because it'll still have a level of drape, but it'll have a bit of structure to it, and it's like a lilac colour, and I've got just enough to make this up, and I really like this version. Now the nail dress does have a few different versions. It has a couple of sleeves to it. I am umming and ahhing about what sleeve to make, so I'm just trying to show you. I don't know whether I want to make the one with the bows. So you've got this one here that has the bows on it, but you've also got this one here that's a peplum. I think I might like this with the puffball sleeve. I really do. If I make the dress, I'd probably make the same version on the dress as well, and then have a tie, add some ties into the waist to cinch it in. But I really, really like the look of this version. If you watch the lovely Adele from Sofa Serenity, I don't know why I'm saying if you do, of course you do, because she's just fabulous. So, you know, she's just made a gorgeous dress and she's done it with the bows and it looks sensational on her. So I'm thinking that I might go for that version. Although Ruan has turned my head about the fleur dress from Fabric Godmother. Now, obviously, because I don't like oversized, I knew that I probably wouldn't like the dress. But the top was a bit of an and ah moment for me because it's so high necked, and I thought because they are very similar patterns, I thought I know that I would prefer more of an open neck. But looking at Ruan's red version of that blouse, I mean, she posted a picture on Instagram today of her in it for work, and she just looks amazing with the red lipstick. So she may have turned my head to that as well. Anyway, digressing, because this is what we were talking about. So I'm going to make a Nell blouse, or try and make that this week. I'm hoping I've got enough time. It should be fairly straightforward. And then next week, on my sewing social, I have some very special guests coming to me. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. And I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to get huge amounts of sewing done, because I've got the lovely Cara from So Mad joining me. I have got the lovely Angela from Devon Thread Tales. I have possibly got the lovely Karen from So Little Time. She doesn't know she's going to make it yet. So I've got a few extra people coming next month, this month, which I'm looking forward to seeing. But it does mean there'll be more talking going on. So we'll just see how I get on. I don't know what project I'm going to take with me, but it would definitely be an easy project for that. But that's next week. I can tell you about my plans next week, because that can come into next Friday's sews. So I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. Let me know what you're up to. I'd be really keen to know what you're getting on with and sewing up this weekend. I do like chatting to you. I am actually, for the first time ever, a bit behind in responding to you guys. It's been a hectic week being back at work, but I will find some time to sit down and go through all the comments. And don't forget to give this vlog a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you like what you see and you want to see more, hit the notifications bell. Take care. Oh no, don't take care. I want to tell you something first, because I've been meaning to do this for a while. So I've had some fantastic donations over on my Kofi account. A couple of people have bought me coffees recently, and I have not said thank you. And I don't mean to. It's not me being rude. So I apologise for not saying thank you. I've just not thought to. And every time I filmed it, uploaded it, I've gone, oh, I've forgotten to do thank yous again. So thank you very much to all the lovely ladies that have recently bought me a coffee on my Kofi account. I much appreciate it. That's me done now. Take care. Have a fantastic week.